how to deploy a replica set in Kubernetes. There are two ways to deploy a replica set. You can either create a replica file and run that like we did in our last video as an example, but that is not the recommended way. The second way is the recommended way, which is to use a deployment file and then define the replica set inside of that deployment file. Below me, we have an example of how your Kubernetes manifest works with your Kubernetes cluster. Generally, you will have a deployment.yaml file, and in that deployment.yaml file, there'll be a section that defines the replicas of your deployment. What that'll do is then create a replica set, and inside of that replica set, it'll define your container and the number of containers or pods that you want running. Behind me, I have an example deployment file pulled up. Notice that the kind for this file is deployment instead of replica. Notice that we start off the file by giving it a name, which is nginx deploy. That is the name of our deployment, and we define a namespace. After that, we define a specification where we define replicas. This is what defines our replica service. Notice our replicas is currently set to 1. Let's go ahead and save this, and we can just apply that with a kubectl apply -f /deploy nginx.yaml. We'll give that a moment or two to run, and it looks like it created it. Now let's do a kubectl get deployment. You can see it is not ready yet. So let's do kubectl get pods, and as you can see, nginx is up and running. So the service is up, and now the deployment is up. If we were to do a kubectl get replica sets, you would see we have a nginx deploy replica set listed as well. So this Kubernetes manifest file both defined a replica set and a deployment, as well as a service, and rolled all three of those out to our cluster. And that is it for the lowdown on getting a deployment running in a Kubernetes cluster. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe either here on TikTok or down below on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Stay blessed, boys.